At one point, the police literally targeted only KASMUEL. And he was going to be arrested and he would never have been seen again. You remember him running across Nation Center. And the people he was fighting for started ridiculing him, wakimchekelea wakisema ati ni kamuoga kamepotea. Raila Amolo Odinga, awe na weaknesses zake, took that boy and hid him under his shoulder. It was the only way that boy survived. Alimficha ndani ya ODM. KASMUEL went into ODM to be alive.
Right now, if you see KASMUEL, like you say, he's called Kasaliti. Because people think, and you know, you cannot, you can't fool Kenyans all the time. You can't fool all the people all the time.
Let me tell you, I'll be very brief. Yesterday, I had a meeting with KASMUEL MCOURE and what's his name, Morara Kepaso and Arnold Maliba and a few other young people. And the idea was, is it possible to bring young people together and to come up with an alternative voice and to just, go out there and just, bring the youth together for a noble cause. Where amuku niambia, kume mnakuanga na beef na watu hivyo. Mimi sikujua ati mko na shida kubwa hivyo na Morara Kepaso, mko na shida kubwa hivyo na KASMUEL. Ile vitu mumenipiga silali. I got not less than 100 phone calls yesterday. My phone went off. I got texts, I got chats, I got messages. Interestingly, Kenyans are separated. Some were saying, well, we need such a force, but the bulk of them waliniambia fanya mambo toka huko. I also want to thank a lot of you because I got very many positive comments about myself. Kumbe mnanipenda na mniambiangi. Yani kumbe mumenieka karibu na roho zenyu. For anybody who may have been hurt or angry or unhappy, I'm very sorry. Misiko no baya. Our intentions are good. And I can swear in the name of God, I have not been bought by anyone. I have not received any money, and I never will, to work with anybody, whether in government or opposition. Anyway, I don't do whatever I do for money, and I have never done for money, and I will never do for money. So I hold my hand and say, for anybody who may have been angry that I had that meeting, I am very sorry.
I was in that photo. See your AI. I have to start there.
Yes.
I received a call from young people who believe that it's time for us to shape the narrative for this country. And so I met Morara Kepaso and I met KASMUEL. And we had a conversation around at what point shall we in our generation start taking leadership from this country? And when shall we start shaping the narrative? Because the bulk of those who are saying they are going to change Kenya are in their 70s. What future do they have for this country? There was a lot of bashing from Kenyans. But the reason they were bashing me is because they said they have a problem with the character of some of the people I met. But I want to engage Kenyans on one individual. I have never discussed personalities, but today I'll discuss KASMUEL. And I'll tell Kenyans, when the Gen Z protests were happening, KASMUEL became a dead boy walking. That is one thing that people have never appreciated. At one point, the police literally targeted only KASMUEL. And he was going to be arrested and he would never have been seen again. You remember him running across Nation Center. And the people he was fighting for started ridiculing him, wakimchekelea wakisema ati ni kamuoga kamepotea. They wanted him to be so loyal to them and not be loyal to himself. I think the first level of loyalty we owe to ourselves is to protect our own lives. And that young boy decided to protect his own life. He owed a duty of care to himself before he owed a duty of demonstrating for you Kenyans. And when it got to a place when this boy, it was clear he had to hide from me, switch off his phone and do all those things. Raila Amolo Odinga, awe na weaknesses zake, took that boy and hid him under his shoulder. It was the only way that boy survived. Alimficha ndani ya ODM. KASMUEL went into ODM to be alive. That boy would not have seen his 27th birthday. I have had conversations, very deep conversations with that boy. And when he went to ODM, all the people from whom he had gone on the streets, taken tear gas, been chased by the police, threatened, had to hide his phone, all of them called him Kasaliti. Now, he was there to save his own life. Now, at the time when he was ready to leave ODM, because he has been ready all along, ODM was telling him, we saved your life when it mattered. So if he leaves ODM, he's going to be told he has betrayed the party that saved him from this killer regime. Kenyans are not grateful to the people who fight for them. That I have come to accept. And I have said sometimes I want to say things that are not popular. I don't want to be popular on this, but I'll tell you for free. Raila Amolo Odinga saved that boy. He would not have seen his 27th birthday. He was only 26. And by the way, if it is one person who would have been a trophy for this administration at that time when they were baying for the blood of Gen Zs, it's that boy KASMUEL MCOURE. So as you call him Kasaliti, ask yourselves, whose mandate did he have to go on the streets? He was going on the streets to fight for you without your mandate. Nyinyi kuna ma-MP mulichagua, 290 of them, the bulk of whom were passing that finance bill that got us to where we are. You are not treating your MPs with the same kind of bile and hatred that you're treating KASMUEL MCOURE with. A boy who has got no mandate from you was sacrificing his life and his existence because of you Kenyans. And now, the guys who you gave the mandate were eating. They were being paid 2 million. You were told by the MP for Koimbori, they were being paid 2 million to pass finance bill. You are not castigating those ones. KASMUEL, I got your back. I will stand with that boy. And if people are going to hate me for speaking the truth, I have always spoken the truth. And this is the truth. That this boy moved there to save his life.
It's the same conversation that Raila gave us, explanation that Raila gave us why he went to government. Because you told us, you know, if I could not have gone to the government could have fallen and Kenya would not be where it is right now. The country is bigger than any individual. The same conversations the older politicians is blaming is the same explanation he's trying to give to rationalize what KASMUEL did. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with going to ODM. There are lots of good people in ODM. So you don't have to try and we have seen people who have fought and put their lives on the line because of this country. Times a number, there are people who have even died for this country. And so
we want him to die.
So it won't be the first one or the last one to die for this country.
You are insensitive.
No. I'm telling you the truth. So you trying to explain and saying that, oh, you know, it's because his life was in danger. Kwani Rex Masai didn't die.
Why didn't you offer yourself for death?
I'm not a politician.
He's also not a politician.
This is what I do. This is what I do here each and every morning, and I've done it for the longest time possible. And I don't want to give those excuses that, you know, my life was in danger, so that's why I joined ODM. And this, like I said, there's nothing wrong with joining ODM. There's nothing wrong with working with Raila Odinga. There are lots of good politicians.
What's wrong? What's
wrong is that, you know, you make a decision, you are found out, and then you try and explain to us, rationalize, and you know, try to make it sound like it is not. It is us who look bad for calling you out, and not you for making that bad decision.
So what wrong did KASMUEL do according to you?
No, he did everything. It's okay going to ODM, like I said. Him trying to create an excuse that his life was in danger, that's why he went to ODM. That's what I find to be wrong. Even Itumbi is a young person, he's in Kenya Kwanza. He doesn't make excuses for being in Kenya Kwanza. There are people who change. Raila Odinga was ODM, he's now in government. He doesn't make excuses and telling us, you know, the same excuses Raila Odinga makes. The country is bigger than everybody. It's the same excuses FANYA MAMBO is trying to make for KASMUEL, that, you know, my life was in danger, so I now had to do ABCD. There are lots of youths who participated in GENZ demos that are still. People are still see them, and if you see them, they will say these are stood the course of time. But KASMUEL, right now, if you see KASMUEL, like you say, is called Kasaliti, because people think, and you know, you cannot you can't fool Kenyans all the time. You can't fool all the people all the time. So you will make a decision, and when Kenyans find you out, bear the consequences.
Let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Thanks for your time. If you are new to this channel, please take a moment to subscribe, give this video a big like, and leave a comment, and also hit the bell button so you get notified when you post next time. God bless you. Aluta continue. Peace. See you later.